Hello everyone, this is Korosh Erfani. I am going to talk about something that's happening in many areas, many regions, many countries. And before that, I would like to start with a short introduction. As you know, we cannot anymore have the least degree of trust in the system. I'm talking about the capitalist system, the Zionist system, the Abrahamic capitalism. So we don't have any point that can be trustable coming from the system. Anything that the system is producing, saying, showing, cannot be true, because we saw that. We saw the anti-human nature of the system, and that's why right now we must be equipped with a mindset that can give us a very good idea realistically about the nature of system. So that's why the subject that I am going to talk about is one example of the things that are happening right now around us and require our attention. I'm going to talk about a phenomenon that is known as chemtrail, right? Chemtrail, or as you can see here, we don't know exactly what kind of substance, but a chemical substance that are spread out in the sky, and start to create layers like clots, but they are not natural, they are not normal clots, and start effectively to come down and reading them and send them and we get them whatever it is, right? This is happening right now across almost, we can say, across the world, not only in the United States but also Europe. And I'm going to show you a few videos by the people in Australia, for example. Everywhere almost, even in India, they are doing so. So several questions regarding that. The first question is, who is doing so? Who are the people who decide doing it? Who is sponsored this action? Is it the government? Some organizations? We don't know, right? But we have the right to know who is carrying out this operation, right? And sending all of these over our heads. So the second question, why they are doing this? That's a very critical question. Why we have the right to know what are the reasons for which they are doing so. What is causing that, right? We want to know the origin of this. We want to know the causality of this. We want to know what are the reasons objectively for which they are doing so. So that's the second question. The third question, what is this exactly? What kind of substance is what kind of matter? Is it toxic? Is it noxious? Is it harmful? And we have the right to know what we are breathing, right? What is going on into our body, right? So we must know that. And we have the right to know as the people who are breathing, right? So we want to have the information regarding the real substance of that, the composition of that. The fourth question, why they are doing it so systematically? Because there are the images that are showing they are doing it almost everywhere in a very regular, systematic way. Let me show you these pictures coming from the different region, and the people are somehow reporting that, right? The people are reporting what's going on, and they want to show us.
This
Look.
is nuts. Look at it.
You see?
What the?
Just another day in Australia.
This is Australia, for example.
I just want to show you the sky. I mean, talk about a grid. This is just crazy.
So, the question is, why so regularly, systematically, why it is so well organized, and the first question was, who is organizing it, who is sponsoring it, who is financing it, and what's the objective of that, why they are doing so, and what is exactly they are spreading out, what kind of toxic, what kind of chemical matter it is. And the question is, what's wrong? Why the necessity of acting in a so systematic way, so organized way, spreading the toxic over the head of the people? And extremely important question. What are the effects of that exactly? What kind of physical, mental impact it's going to have on our body, or our mental situation? And that's the question. What are the impacts and effects in short term, in mid term, in long term? Because the people started to show effectively some sensitivity regarding that. For example, here we have a comment by someone who is talking about this, and look at what he says. Jesse, so I need you freaks out to understand that respiratory illness has doubled since 2025. Doubled. 100% if the number is accurate. And without sunshine, our immune system is dying. Children are lifeless, sick, can't breathe, missing school, memory loss. My babies don't know what the true sun looks like. And at the end, I will pray God stops you. So there is no God. We have to stop it if we want to stop it. But look at how the people getting awareness regarding an issue and the impact. At least it's not a scientific study, but the people are talking about their own experience, how and what they are feeling on a daily basis. So that's why we should be aware about that. They try to, distract us with the question of is it another conspiracy theory? No, it's not conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy fact, right? And that's why I would like to invite you to look for this subject, because there are many things that are already on social media, on the internet you can find, and you can take kind of awareness about this. Let me show you one of this. This guy, it looks like that he was at the origin of this idea, David Cave. And look at what he is telling us regarding what they are doing or what they were doing.
So if I made a decision, or if there was a collective decision to do a geoengineering program, and you put, say, the kind of program, I think Resource Science would put about 1 million tons a year, so you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year. It's the direct result of that decision.
So many thousands of people per year.
It would end up killing many tens of thousands.
Tens of
people a
thousands,
year
sorry.
as a direct result of that decision.
The other thing is horrifying is that you could actually spray sulfuric acid in the stratosphere 20 kilometers over our head and use that to stop the planet warming up. And it's an ugly tech fix.
You could spray something into the atmosphere to change. Okay.
Spray pollution into the atmosphere to stop it warming. Engineering project that would literally touch every living thing on the planet.
This is what they are doing. They have already destroyed the planet, and now in order to delay the effects, because Trump administration is removing more and more environmental regulations, restrictions, right? So they are destroying actively the planet, and in order to postpone the catastrophic effects, they are doing this kind of things with tens of thousands of people, died because of that. So that's why we as I started with this point, we must not have the least trust in the system anymore, and we must take our fate and our situation in our hand, in our control. Look at this and tell me, what do you see here? What is natural in this image? Let me make it bigger. Here, tell me, what do you see as natural? This is what they are spreading over our heads, guys. Look at that. What is this? So this is what they are doing, and I invite you to watch a very good program, very good interview of Tucker Carlson with a specialist who explain effectively what is going on regarding these chemtrails, right? And the kind of different chemicals that they are right now spreading in skies, in order to somehow poison us, right? And imagine that the system is so self-confident that we don't act, we don't react, that it's doing it, right before our eyes, right over our heads, in front of us. They are doing so. And it means that the system of brainwashing has been working so well that now system can allow itself to do this kind of things without having any worrisome about the collective reaction or the social consequences of that. Of course, the people will die. Of course, a lot of people will get sick, but who cares? We are talking about the people who are preparing the introduction and the context for the Third World War with Israel against Iran. This is what's going to happen. And imagine that now, are they really worried about what would be the consequences of all these poisons that they are spreading, in the skies for 5 years, 10 years? Absolutely not. So that's why in my new article that now is available on the website korosherfani.com regarding the existentialism, and I am preparing a set of videos to discuss the different points of this long article. I am explaining that we have to take back our existence, because the existence is what we define by our will, right? By our determination, by our free choices. And what is happening right now in this example that we are talking about, it doesn't represent anything that could be translated into our choice. It's not our choice what they are spreading, and we have to read them. It doesn't represent any choice for us, right? We don't have any choice but reading these chemicals that you are seeing in this image, right? So that's why anything that system is doing is supposed to have some degree of harming and damaging and destroying part of humanity. And that's why we should be aware about this, and that's why we should be sensitive about this, and that's why we have to organize ourselves as normal human beings, as average Joe, to defend our health, our mental health, because we don't know exactly what these chemicals are doing with our brain, how they are most probably changing our attitude, our behavior, or whatsoever, because the people are talking about that. The people are really warning about the different aspects of this, what is going on. Look at this image. I would like to show that too. It's very interesting. Look at what they are doing. They are so self-confident right now that they can do it, right before our eyes. Look at this. Can you believe that? They are spreading this kind of things, in the middle of sky. Huh? Without having any worrisome coming from the people who have to breathe that, who have to live with this toxic. So as I told you, all these questions, why they are doing, who is doing, who is sponsoring, and so on, must be posed and must be followed by you and me in order to have some answer. We have to ask our representative, the politicians, the senators, the EPA, or in other countries, the organizations, the governmental organizations or institutions that are in charge of this kind of cases, in order to provide answers. What is this? Who is doing that? With which money? Why? What are the reasons? Why so systematic? Something is wrong, guys. Something is wrong, and we have the right to know it, and to intervene, to be involved in the decision-making process regarding this kind of stuff. Because if they can effectively gas us, because that's what it is, right? They are gassing us. So if they can gas us like this, of course they can do much worse later. Why? Because there is no reaction, because there is no sensitivity. So that's why we have to react, and we have to react now. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we are going to talk more about that with much more accurate information, because there are many studies that are going on. There are websites that I am going to present to you, and this is just one example. We can take it in all the fields of our life: economy, society, environment, culture, and so on, and see how they are manipulating us, how they are damaging our core of humanity, mentally and physically. We must be attentive about that. Thank you.